To further demonstrate what I mean when I say that just because you're an attractive person, it doesn't mean that you should be a model or can be a model, we're going to look at some female actresses who are regarded as absolutely beautiful, but would never actually work in fashion as a model and would only ever work with fashion brands because of their celebrity. First up, we got Angelina Jolie. You guys, this video is supposed to be an encouragement to you guys, being that if you find yourself super conventionally attractive, beautiful, but you don't have the measurements or you don't have the body to be a model, like, it doesn't mean that you're ugly. Angelina Jolie, she would never be a model, like a fashion traditional model, but she's still beautiful. She's still regarded as one of the most beautiful women in the world. Now, to be fair, she did start off modeling when she was younger, but it didn't blossom into a full-fledged modeling career because she's the daughter of a famous actor, Jon Voight. The point is, she has a distinct look, but she didn't become a supermodel. She became a famous actress. Next up, we got Scarlett Johansson. Now, Scarlett Johansson is short and she's a little thicker, so obviously she doesn't have your traditional fashion beauty standard for modeling. And of course, everyone finds Scarlett Johansson to be beautiful, but she just doesn't have a look for modeling. Are you starting to understand what I mean when I say that you might not have a model look, but it does not mean that you're ugly? There are a lot of beautiful people, you guys. It does not mean that you could be a model, though. Next up, Megan Fox. 5'4", not a model. She's still like one of the most stunning, striking women in the world. But again, if she were to not be famous and she were to apply to a modeling agency, they would reject her because she's too short. It doesn't matter how beautiful she is. The whole point of this video, you guys, is to show you that you've misconstrued what it means to be a model, that you've equated model to being absolutely beautiful, and that's not what being a model or looking like a model means, especially to people like me in the industry. Having a model look to us does not mean that you're just so good looking and attractive. It means that you have a striking look and you have the body and you have the height. Another great example, Madeline Klein. She's also short and she's also thicker. She's never going to be a traditional fashion model. And yet she's still beautiful and she still works with these fashion labels as a celebrity, but not as a model. She could never just walk into an IMG, a Wilhelmina, a Next, a Ford, any of these big top modeling agencies and get offered a modeling contract because she just does not look like a model. Sydney Sweeney is another example. She does not have the body type to be a model and she doesn't have the height to be a model, yet she's still beautiful. Now, Jennifer Lawrence has the height, but she just doesn't have the body to be a fashion model. Plus, she also doesn't really have like the face for modeling. She has definitely a face for acting, but she's still a gorgeous, beautiful woman. She definitely has an actor look, but like if she were to have never become successful and she would be like a complete random stranger that didn't have fame, she would be able to pull off commercial modeling very well, but she would never enter into the upper echelons of fashion as a fashion model. Now that begs the question, is there an actress that has a model look that would become a fashion model without their celebrity? And the answer is yes. And I think you guys all know who this is. Zendaya has the height, has the body, and she has the look to be a fashion model. And obviously, if you can't tell at this point, the clear distinction between someone that has a model look that looks like a model, especially one for fashion, between someone that's just attractive, something is wrong with you. I think maybe if you guys stopped telling beautiful people that they should be models, maybe people would stop associating models to being conventionally attractive. Maybe if you called people that look like models and not just pretty people models, maybe people would understand what it actually means to be a freaking model, because way too many of you guys think that you can be models when you can't.